All right, so welcome everybody to February 11th. And we're super excited because Topi, my friend Topi Koivisto, is here to talk to us about Finland and Finnish food. And I feel like we should make a bet to see how many people could put Finland on a map, because we're bad with geography. So, Topi.
Yes, I'm Topi, and I'm here to tell you something about my home country and the food and a little bit of the culture. And this is just a little peek into the Finnish world, but we are not solving the universal problems or opening any kind of a big portals and gates. This is just what Finland looks on the surface, and I hope you are able to make some kind of a sense out of my English skills. So let's go. So this is Finland, and the opening slide here you can see the beautiful harbor of our capital Helsinki, some northern lights from the north, and kind of a typical Finnish cultural scenery where there's a lot of lakes and forests. So that's kind of a Finland nature in a nutshell. Water and wood. So now you don't have to guess anymore. I have put Finland on a map. And well, I have not put, but some much clever person who has some kind of a geography skills has done it. So we are there on the top of the world. And if you are looking really carefully, you can see the Arctic Circle, and Arctic Circle goes across Finland from the northern parts of Finland. And right now it's winter time here, and it starts to turn spring soon, but it's snowy, it's cold, but we are in a southern Finland right now in the capital region, so it's a little bit less snowy and a little less cold. And there's the other map of Finland that kind of shows how the Finland has been divided culturally. So in the north you can see reindeers, you can see Santa Claus, then you can see icebreakers in the sea, and in eastern Finland you can see then the Great Lakes and all kind of a castles, Moomin trolls. So that's a kind of a Finnish history map in a nutshell. And also, if you look the world map, so Finland, out of all the European countries, we have the longest land border with Russia. So we are right next to them. And from west of us, there's Sweden, and south of us is Estonia, and we also share a little bit border with Norway. And then more Finnish culture in a nutshell, what you can find here. Of course, everybody knows one word of Finnish. You say sauna, but in our language you say sauna. And then quite a funny fact, we have most metal bands in the world per capita. So there's this funny picture that people can imagine what happens in Finland. So there's a lot of lost metal bands in the Finnish forest just taking band photos. And of course, we are also quite well known for our technology. So if Angry Birds or any kind of a mobile games that you play, so chances are high that they are developed here, or at least some of the developers are from here. And then comes this. Also, we have a lot of metal bands, but we also consume the most coffee per capita in the world. And why this picture is here. In a Finnish web store, you can actually buy a forklift pallet full of coffee. If you just happen to, well, if you need coffee, so these are the amounts that you can actually buy. And there's also the coffee version in Finnish, which is kahvi. And the other thing that we like a lot, ice cream, or in Finnish, jäätelö. Here you can see like a typical Finnish supermarket. This is just a part of the ice cream aisle. This is just like where that kind of a containers. There are the individual cones and other kind of packages like right next to that. That's just only one fridge and that kind of a containers. So we love our ice cream, and you can find all kinds of flavor, and you even may find us weird, but I have even seen blue cheese ice cream. I haven't tried it. And then we come to the Finnish food, and Finnish food has had like a bad reputation like 20 years ago, but now it has gotten some recognition from the world renowned chefs, and it's because our climate and the ingredients that we produce, they are quite something different. Because for example, all the berries and everything that we have, because of the 24-hour sunlight during the summertime, they are sweeter, and the sugar content is like really high. So everyone who has eaten like during the season the Finnish berries, so the flavor profile is completely different. Because the old Finnish cooking, I think we only had one seasoning, and it was salt. But everything. Yes.
Can you just tell us what those berries are?
Yeah, but can anyone guess?
Blueberry, cranberry, what's the other one?
I don't know. It's
like gooseberry, snozberry.
Okay.
Somewhere right. So the first one is cloudberry, and the cloudberry grows in the Arctic region, and they are expensive, because if you are buying them from a store, so they have like a lot of sugar in there, and they are considered like the Rolls Royce of the berries. And in the middle, it's the lingonberry, and it's a blueberry, and usually during the summertime, well, the lingonberry is more in fall, but during the summer, the blueberries start to appear, and there are some places that the ground is just blue. There's so much of them, and they are really flavorful and sugary. And yes, I have eaten US blueberries, and no chance. And then also the prime season, there are the Finnish strawberries. They are much more sweeter, juicier than anywhere else. And here you can see the summer treat that we have. Everybody wants to have the creamy strawberry cake. So if you are ever here like during the summertime, so this is the thing that you can try. But also we preserve the strawberries, so you can get those cake also during the winter time, but it's not the same. And then the potatoes. Those who have eaten the Finnish new potatoes during the summer season, when the season has just started, so they taste like no other, because they are so flavorful. They are a little bit even sweet, and some people eat them just like that, because you don't need any kind of a gravy or sauce, because they are flavorful as they are. So again, like boring, like a Finnish things. So if someone just brings you like a plain potatoes, you're like, but you have to try them. When you have tried some, so you will understand that. And then we are starting to go like these little more, let's say, eccentric Finnish foods. Smoked lampreys from Western Finland, where I'm originally from. I actually enjoy them. Many people enjoy them, but also many people consider them disgusting. Yes, they live in rivers, and they eat everything from the bottom of the rivers, and now I can show why some people find them disgusting. And I can say, yes, I eat the head. Yes, that is one pretty... It's not even fish, it's some kind of a... I don't even know what species that is, but it's a kind of a fish, eel, some kind of a space monster.
All of us in this side of the room just gasped and like clutched our pearls.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And can you guess what this is?
We're guessing blood sausage and gooseberries.
It's blood sausage, yes. That's correct, and that's from my mother's side, who is from the central Finland. So they eat the blood sausage a lot. And again, this is a delicacy that is dividing people. And then there is another Nordic feature in there, the jam. Usually it's lingonberry jam, but we put the jam in the weirdest places. But when we go on, so this is not the end of the jam discussion. So the jam will return, I promise you that. So as it was, it's blood sausage, or as it's called in Finnish, musta makkara, which means black sausage. And here, who can guess what this is?
All right, you guys know this word. Come on, come on, come on. It's not French. No, it's not French. What is it? What is it? What is it? Alexander, you got any guesses?
Smorgasbord!
There you go. Is that right? Is that right?
Well, yes, that's kind of where it comes, because this is the Swedish influence that you can see in Western Finland, because the Eastern Finland has more Russian influence, and the Western Finland, because of course it's closer to Sweden, so it's more Swedish. So yes, you can call it that's the world-known name, and but when you are close to the Baltic Sea, it's mostly called a fish board, or in Finnish kalapöytä. So there you can see the Baltic Sea. There you can see the salmon, different kind of a pickled herrings, whatever. So this is more like again the Western Finnish curiosity. And in Sweden you can see this is a lot, and of course it has also some Danish vibes. And here, really typical, at least on the left side, meatballs or lihapullat, because at least to me, because in the US you say Swedish meatballs. No, it's just meatballs, because we have it everywhere in the Nordics. And look what there is. There's the magical jam next to the meatballs. The jam made compact. And on the right, it's a Karelian stew. So now we again jump towards the east. So mostly the Karelian stew eats beef and pork and a different kind of vegetables that have been stewed in an oven for hours. And the longer it's there, the better it will get. But that's the Eastern Finnish food that has been, I think it's been eaten everywhere. And who can guess what is this slab of meat?
Come on, we have a teacher who's come in because he's very interested in all the food, and he says that it is, come on.
Tongue. Is it tongue?
No.
Reindeer. Reindeer.
Nope.
Fish from the bottom of the ocean that nobody has except for Finland.
Red.
No, I will reveal you. It's a
Moose.
moose.
I've had moose before.
He's a moose?
Yeah. It's also really typical because the mooses are considered a little bit pest side, because they are running like on roads, and they will cause a lot of collisions. So the hunting season is like during the fall time, and it's actually really good. And usually the people who are hunting them are getting the meat, but sometimes you are able to buy it from the marketplaces, and moose is not actually really much sold in the supermarkets, but you can find like a moose sausages, and but a really typical and traditional Finnish like a game animal. And what is this? And you can say again jam. What this could be? Well, I give you that someone already called this out.
We're guessing reindeer over here.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes, and if they do bad job during the Christmas time, so you know where they go. It's not only the kids who can be naughty. It could be the reindeers too. Yeah. But no, reindeers in the northern Finland, among the original Nordic people or northern people, Sami people, so they do the reindeer herding. And when you go towards the Arctic Circle, so then you are able to see huge amount of reindeer. Like in the southern Finland, they don't exist, but like in the north, they are everywhere. And then there is this, that's like a really everyday Finnish food, and it's our national treasure, rye bread, or called ruisleipä. And here you can see like the old Finnish way, because of course the long winters, and we had to store our food for winter time. So this is the old Finnish way where they bake the breads, and then they put them like in a ceiling to dry. And then when they wanted to eat them, so they added water, and they made the back soft again. So there's still in a supermarket you can find fresh bread, but it still has the drying hole in the middle. So that's how you can know like the old Nordic rye bread. So that's the really traditional way to make it. And why it's like that? So it's completely because of the preservation. And then we come to something really sweet. And these are cinnamon cookies, or then they are called kaneliässät, which is like a cinnamon S. And those who have had them, so even from abroad, think they are really delicious and amazing. So, but I still haven't gotten anywhere better than that my grandma did. But those are times gone by, and I have to settle now.
are these the things that we got from Christmas, at Christmas from you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my husband, this is his favorite cookie on the planet. So kudos to Finland.
Yeah, and that was like some cheap supermarket stuff. That wasn't even like, yeah. So, and then there's the world famous, I think we are having a battle with rest of the Nordics, who does these the best, but they are the cinnamon bun. And the Finnish name is really funny because it's called korvapuusti, which is kind of a directly translated like a slap on ear, or like when someone is pulling your ear like as a punishment. But they look a little bit like an ear. But I would say like the cinnamon buns that every other nations and places try to do, so I don't think they are comparing any like at all to the Nordic versions.
Okay, so our question is that sugar on the top or is that salt?
That's sugar, yes.
Okay, it's just huge sugar. Okay.
Yeah, yes, it's a huge granulated sugar, and also in the center, so that's mostly butter, cinnamon, and more like a fine sugar. So it has a lot of sugar, and also the dough has sugar. So it's sweet. And if you go to the Helsinki, so Helsinki is full of cafes that are serving their own version of it, and here you can find like insane sized cinnamon buns, like they are size of your head, because those are kind of a tourist attraction. So, but there was like my scrape of the Finnish food culture in a nutshell. Like what are our special things that we bring to the world culinary world? So then next comes this activity that we are asking you to do. So create a comic cartoon about cinnamon bun in Finland and be creative. There can be naughty reindeers, there can be jam, there can be whatever you just saw from this crazy north, and eventually I will see the comics, and the best one will receive I would say like a sweet gift from Finland, and also that I know that there's some Nordic candy store in New York where they are selling Nordic sweet treats, and the price are at least 5 or 4 times as much as they are here. So at least it's trendy to have Nordic sweets. So, but I think the winner will get that without any. Well, they only need to give their artistic input.
So you're not going to be sending anybody like candied eels, right? No, no.
I think there are. I need to go to the Western buns. You can get a, or if you want to have the surströmming challenge, if you are just putting it on YouTube, where it's mostly known from Sweden, but I think it originated from Finland. But you just go. I was also told about the salmiakki, the salted licorice. Well, we can put that in there too. That would be the challenge for you when it comes.
Okay, we have a question. Alexander has a question.
Okay.
Who exactly are the countries that are fighting over who has the best cinnamon buns?
Mostly the Nordics, like who has made, like usually it's like a Finland, Sweden, and Danish have tried, but let Danish have Danish. Mostly it's like a Finland and Sweden.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
That already sounds like a really good comic, Alexander. Now the challenge is on.
Yeah, and like if I remember the paper, so there were 4 squares, or so I think you can be creative, because I love all kind of a comics. If you make it, if you're able to do a storyline, or like if you are making one epic picture, so even that is fine, or like a 2, because I love all, like it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, but
Do we get bonus points if there's like a metal band involved?
Yeah, if there's a metal band and bad slaughtered Santa's reindeer and whatever, so everything is good, and well, there can be eels and there can be everything, and
Cool. I actually have a question too. I saw something the other day, and I don't know if it's true or not, so tell me if it's true.
Okay.
That like deer and reindeer are causing such traffic problems that you paint their antlers with like glow in the dark paint. Is that Is that for real? So that drivers can see them?
I heard something like that, but I don't think not really in Finland it has been done. At least somewhere I heard some huge trucks, so they put like little whistles on the side of the trucks because they made a kind of a noise that keeps the animals away from the road. But you can also see funny videos from northern Finland if you just put a Google something like a reindeer or something. So there are really desperate people in their cars, like stuck in the middle of thousands of reindeers.
We will Google that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have questions on my end? No? Alexander, do you guys have any more questions, or is everybody just like feverishly trying to draw now?
No, we do not have any questions. We are feverishly drawing.
All right, cool. Well, here's what I think we'll do, Topi. We're going to give our kids probably till Friday because I get some kids that get really involved in the drawing process. So Rebecca and I will send you copies of all of our pictures for you to judge. How's that work?
Yeah, and that's fun. Like when you have like a more time, so you can be more creative and you can put all your artistic input and everything in. So
That'll work.
Hey,
Good.
Topi, I have a question.
yeah.
Thanks for the presentation, by the way, very informative. So, you know, we Americans have turkey for Thanksgiving as a traditional meal, ham generally for Christmas. Is there a traditional Finnish holiday meal that you have?
Yeah, the ham and the fishes, they are kind of the center of the Christmas table. And then, of course, the old time, these casseroles. There's potato, beet, liver, carrot, and every single one of them, I'm not really fan of them, but they have added syrup in them. They are like really sweet. Mostly people say you get used to them. So that is like we have to have them because it's a Christmas and we have gotten used to them. But yeah, but I have never been really fan of them, and I always have questioned my fellow countrymen why we are eating this. But
Well, I have a question for you. You've been to America several times. You've traveled around. Like,
Mhm.
what is the thing about American food that has been the most shocking to you as a Finnish person?
uh, again, it's about the local ingredients and what you get because I have known even before I came to the US, I knew some exchange students from there, and everybody and every single one of them said like when we took them to a so-called Mexican restaurants or so-called Tex-Mex places, so they were, what is this garbage? This is not a any kind of a Mexican food at all. And I was always like, it cannot be that different. Until I came to the US. So then I remember my first burrito in the US. Then I'm like, oh, now I get it. So, but of course, you have the Latin people there, you have the people who make it, but you are also in the same continent of the ingredients where they come from. So it was like a night and day. So then I got, yeah, Europe doesn't know the Mexican food at all. So that was kind of my thing that has mostly opened my eyes. And then I'm also the southern parts, you do the fried chicken so well. Yes. I have also been to China. I know Chinese people do their fried chicken differently. It's different, but if I would have to put like it's the Far East and southern US, like where you get the best fried chicken.
We'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So hey, we have good food, man. We got real good food. Topi, I just want to say thank you because it's about 4 o'clock, so it's probably definitely your bedtime. Thank you so much. This was really fun, and we will send you all of our students' pictures for you to judge harshly.
Yes, really harshly, and I'll try to find some like a good price treats.
All right, cool.
And maybe
I-
something that you can share there in a class. So
Okay, thanks. How do we say goodbye in Finnish?
well, for example, I would say like the best way to say it for an American person, it's just like a hey, which is like a hi, but the official goodbye is näkemiin.
Näkemiin.
Näkemiin. Yeah,
Näkemiin.
but best one is hey.
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 Okay, well, hey, and näkemiin. Thank
Okay.
you very, very
Hey.
much.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Bye,
Rebecca,
everybody.
I'll get with you to share
All right.
pictures. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Bye,
good.
guys.
Hey, hey.